everyone. Welcome to another edition of Trio Leaders in Action. I'm so pleased to be joined today by Beverly Black, a proud alumna of the Trio Talent Search Program from Belle Chase, Louisiana. She's a graduate of the University of Louisiana Lafayette and today serves as the program manager for B2B technology, engagement, and implementation at Delta Airlines. She also serves on COE's Board of Directors Trio Alumni Committee. So welcome, Beverly.
Hi, so great to be with you all today.
What is your Trio story? How did you get involved with Trio?
My Trio story is an amazing one. To have actually three dynamic women serve as talent search counselors who came to my high school at Belle Chase High School back in 1982. Having them on campus and really bringing the talent search experience to those of us that they thought would benefit from the program it changed my life. It changed my life from the introduction of the program. Those relationships were entered upon with the best of intentions to dream our impossible dreams of being a college graduate. It's amazing that I still seek the counsel of those women who poured into me in high school. When we say Trio is family, it truly, truly is. And it's just not a cliche, it's an actual fact.
How did your experience in Trio influence the rest of your educational journey?
With the guidance and overseeing of the late great Robert Carmouche, he just took me under his wing. We got there on that campus and he made sure that we did not lose representation and that we got connected and that our mentoring and connectivity to the Trio programs did not die. We were not treated any differently. Once a Trio kid, always a Trio kid. Trio is one of the best kept secrets in town. We are out here in this world accomplishing some amazing things across the United States. It never left me, from 1982. It's an ever present driver and how I look at education and my desire to be a part of making sure that other students who were like me have the opportunity to experience all the wonderful things that I have been able to through that college education.
But you actually orchestrated a organization-wide Trio alumni situation. Would you talk a little bit about that?
I was hoping to have a day where I could give back to Trio as much as Trio has given back to me. If you've got a seat at the table, it's not for you to sit there. It's for you to broaden and expand opportunity. We launched the first named Trio chapter at a major university. We are growing our Trio possibly leaders of the future, but more importantly, we're growing our alumni base. We launched a Trio alumni chapter at Delta. Now there's a network that I have through my alumni relations and also one through my professional affiliation at work. Trio is not just a program. Trio is written law. We're not a program. We're written law that produces fruit like people like Beverly Blacks of the world who are living witnesses. I was born in a time where I needed something like Trio. I was born to a father who had a third grade education and a mother who had an eighth grade education. I had no one to go to say, hey, I was always told I was going to college. There was never an if when it came down to my intellectual capabilities. It was a when. But so that I had that when, but I didn't have the how. And that's where talent search came in to help fill that blank for me. I can't say enough about impact. And that's definitely a word that I use to describe Trio. It's not just impactful on my life, but it's an impact movement. I see a movement that is a generational change maker. Generationally, there are changes that money just can't buy, but opportunity can, of what the return on the investment in a student like me.
What advice would you give to Trio students who aspire to that but don't know how to get there? I mean, because you said your parents coming from very limited education, and then for you to be international corporation like Delta. How did you get from point A to point B, and how would you advise TRIO students who want to follow a similar path? What should they do?
My education has taken me around the world. My, education would help me launch the first air medical service to the Republic of Haiti. You've got to have the ability to be able to present who you are. You need to have a network of mentors. And when you get to my level, you need to have a network of champions. Focus on building yourself as a whole person, not just as a resume. And when you're coming into professional settings for interviews, people want to know, are you passionate? You can be competent, but are you confident? And those two things together can move mountains. If you have no passion, if you have no other interests other than just making money, then you've missed the mark. Volunteer, go and do things for other people. One of the greatest gifts that I got from middle school all the way through high school, even to now, is serving other people. And that is one of the biggest growth factors, because we're not teaching people to go and be servants, and servant leaders are the ones who have longevity.
If there's a TRIO alum out there listening who's not connected to their program, to the National TRIO Alumni Association, what would you tell them in terms of why they should be getting involved, why they should get reconnected, and how specifically can they do that?
To whom much is given, much is required. So now is the time to give back to TRIO what it has given to us. So go online, read about all of the advocacy, all of the programs, all of the good that is continuing that you are a part of as a TRIO alum. Get in the game, get in the fight. We don't have an option to let this die. We have to pound it into the pavement and into the world. TRIO works. TRIO works. We are still out here producing generational change. Sink your teeth into anything that has to do with the uplifting of people. Just remember the tide that helped lifted you to where you are. Be a fervent supporter of everything that is going to take to maintain and to sustain the climate of learning that can erase poverty. What we cannot do is be silent.
Thank you so much, Beverly, for taking the time to chat with us and for this word of encouragement. And I just thank you for everything you do to keep the TRIO movement alive and strong.
TRIO works. TRIO works. TRIO
Amen.
works.